What's up? What's up? I'm here on my day off of work. Couple things. Well, one thing I want to talk about. I did something yesterday in a divine move of faith in God, and I resigned from my job. My last day working at my job is October 13th. I turned in my resignation letter on Monday, and by faith, sorry, I gotta get a little comfortable. There we go. By faith, I am following what I feel God is telling me to do, right? For months, I feel like I was getting signs from God to leave my job. A lot of people, well, maybe a lot of people don't know, but God speaks to you in many ways. You know what I'm saying? Many ways. And the way God was talking to me was through dreams and through numbers, right? I feel like God talks to me through dreams and through numbers. And I feel like it's important to understand your divine communication with Christ, because you have to understand where the message is coming from and how to interpret the message, right? So I kept seeing 888, 777, and 333. Those are the numbers I was looking at for months. And I only see them when I'm really at work, or if I'm on my way to work, or if I'm coming home from work. And in dreams, I would have dreams of me being at work and me handing in my resignation paperwork. A dream I had recently that really confirmed it for me is I was coming up the hill. It's a flyover on my train. And in my dream, I was going up the flyover and I heard this deep, profound voice speak to me and say, I saw 888 in my dream, 3 8s. And the voice was so powerful, so profound, so heavy. And the crazy part of it is, in my dream, I wasn't in a deep sleep. It was like that phase where you're falling asleep and you getting into a deep sleep. That in-between phase, that's where I seen it at. And I was going up the flyover on my train, and I heard in that voice I just described, it said completion done. And I was going up the hill in the dream, in the flyover, in my train at work, and I seen 888. Now those are the numbers I've been seeing every time I'm at work, every time I'm on my way to work, every time I'm leaving work, every time I'm stressed out at work, every time I think about work. 777, 888, 333. Now I've seen some other numbers in between, the 555, some 111s, 111, 1111, but those most prominent numbers. And it was so crazy. I would sit at work and I have a paddle where I follow my schedule. I was writing down the numbers I was seeing every day. I seen 26, 26, 46, 46. You know, I was seeing these numbers, and all of these numbers had the same similar connotation. And I feel like God was talking to me. I feel like he was talking to me and telling me to quit my job and resign. Now, most recently, I just got my Class A permit, right? Just got my Class A permit. I feel like God been leading me toward me getting into tractor trailer, but also I feel like he's leading me back into entrepreneurship, because it's just these feelings, and you know, it's just the instinctual feelings that I've been following for myself. I know God knows what he wants for me. So I think this is like the first time I'm actually stepping out on faith, so to speak, right? So I'm supposed to start school next month. I applied for a couple part-time jobs while I'm in school, until I get my license and stuff like that. But yeah, I left my job. I resigned. The job was causing me so much stress, so much anxiety, so much burden. I make a lot. I make good money. Like, I can't ever sit up here and lie to you. We over a 6-figure household here. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing to brag about. It's because we tithe. You know what I'm saying? We pray. We keep God first in our life. But I feel like God is just pressed me. And then when I did it, I felt so much relief in my spirit once I did it. And now I'm just like, God, whatever you got for me, I'm ready to conquer whatever you have for me in my life. I'm ready to just keep moving forward. So that's where I'm at with it, man. Y'all, I resigned from my job. I did that. And I feel good, honestly. I'm looking forward to what God got for me in this next phase of my life. And I'm just gonna keep leaning on Him for understanding and for Him to order my steps, because there ain't no other way for me to live. Because if I try to do it on my own, like I moved here on my own, I didn't consult God to move here to Charlotte. I'm just going to be very concise and clear about that. I did not consult God to move here to Charlotte. I did that on my own. You know what I'm saying? And when I got here, it already was like the energy shifted for me in my life. But I had to really draw myself back closer to God. And in my other video I'm about to post, but I talked about how I stopped tithing because I started losing foresight of God and Jesus Christ. I started losing foresight of those things because of stress and doubt and worry and fear and anxiety and mainly fear-mongering, because the devil likes to play those psychological games with you. So once I start tithing again, that stuff disappeared. And I think when I started to tithe, it started opening up the dimension and the portal for God to communicate with me clearer on what I'm supposed to be doing with myself. So I'm just following God in this phase of my life and keeping God. I'm not keeping Him informed, no, because I don't have to keep Him informed. He has to keep me informed. Let's be clear. Because He has the plans that's already written for my life. He has to keep me informed. I'm just trying to stay in alignment with Him. That's it. So I could get all the blessings and the riches up in heaven that's stored up for me. But more importantly, I'm just trying to stay close to God, man, because I don't want to keep missing out on things and keep making the wrong decisions. You know what I mean? But yeah, I resigned from my job. My last day is October 13th. I leave for Puerto Rico on Tuesday, so I'm gonna be out there for a couple of days, enjoying myself and realigning. So when I get back, it's back to business and handling and paying some bills off in advance. But I know God got me, because if He told me to resign from my job, I'm not worried about my bills. I know my bills is going to be paid. You know what I'm saying? So I just, I'm just in this phase right now. I'm just following God. I'm following what God is telling me to do. And, getting back to my talent. I'm actually going to start doing some music, getting into this videography more and more, just owning in on my craft. And I know God got something great in store for me when it comes to my talent. So I'm just going to keep following Jesus Christ, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Because He knows that He has my steps ordered for me. So that's it, man. I just like to share and be transparent with y'all about what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? But keep me in prayer. You know what I'm saying? Keep me in prayer. If you mean well for me, keep me in prayer, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to reach your Billy first.